Long time ago in a place called Otaki, there lived three best friends known for their beauty: Sandra, Hannah, and Udemy. Sandra was the most popular singer in Otaki. Hannah, on the other hand, was a fruit seller, while Udemy helped her mom sell food. These three friends were known in the entire village because they did everything together. A wealthy traveler named Adam was traveling for weeks, visiting different villages in search of a wife deserving of his status. The traveler arrived in Turkey for the same reason. One day, Adam was walking around the village. Then he saw a group of people gathered, listening to a lady sing. The melody of the song caught his attention. He decided to go and find out why there was so much crowd. He got there and heard a beautiful lady sing. Adam was swept off his feet the minute he saw the face of the singer. But he decided to wait till she was done so he could speak to her. Sandra was soon done singing, and everyone applauded her for singing so beautifully. When Adam noticed that the crowd had left her, hurriedly he approached her while she was there. He said, "Hello, beautiful lady. My name is Adam. Please, can I know your name?" Sandra turned and saw a very handsome man. She smiled and said, "My name is Sandra." Adam said, "You're one of the finest humans I have ever seen, and I would love to hear you sing again." Sandra again smiled and said, "I sing every Wednesday. Come here next week Wednesday. You will see me singing again." Adam said, "I would definitely be here. Please, if you don't mind, I would like to be your friend." Sandra looked at him and then she smiled. She said, "No problem, Mr. Adam." Adam went home happy. Sandra did the same too. The next Wednesday came soon. Adam was the first to arrive at the location because he was so happy. After a while, Sandra also arrived. And just like the other day, people also gathered to watch her sing. Adam couldn't hold her, he felt he was too excited. When Sandra was done singing, he applauded her and he was so happy. When Sandra was done singing, Adam rushed to her and then he told her how happy he was to see her again and how much he liked the way she sang. But this time, he offered to walk her home and she was happy because she already liked him and he was so fine. Then they both started to walk home together. Adam expressed how he felt about her and told her straight up the reason why he was at Otaki. He said, "My name is Adam and I come from a very far place. But I'm here in search of a wife and I like you very much. And I would love to marry you if you let me." Sandra smiled. I was shocked at him. She said, "Isn't that too sudden?" Adam said, "I am a man and I know what I want." But they laughed about it. She didn't really pay no mind to it. Adam said to her, "I am a grown man and when I see what I want, I say it." Sandra asked him to give her time to think about it and get back to him. Adam said no problem, that he would be patiently waiting for her response. Sandra went home and told her parents about the man she met. Parents were excited, but asked her to get to know him very well before agreeing to anything he had said. Sandra told her two friends about this man. Soon Hannah and Udemy began to hear more about Adam from their friend. Every time they hung out, she told her friends every detail concerning Adam. But little did she know that Udemy wasn't entirely happy for her. Udemy was jealous and wanted Adam for herself. So she started to make inquiries to know more about Adam. One evening, Udemy started to ask people around if they had any information about her friend's newfound love. A few people already knew where Adam stayed, as their village was not such a big one. Then she decided she was going to pay him a visit. Without the knowledge of her friends, Deme began to make preparations and plan to visit Adam. One day she made a very nice meal, knowing that she was a good cook. And she already knows that every man likes a woman who can cook. She decided to make this sumptuous meal and took it to Adam's house. Knock, knock, knock. Deme knocked on Adam's door. Adam, hearing the sound of his door, went to check who was knocking at the door. When Adam opened the door, he saw a very beautiful lady. He was surprised, as he knew he had no idea who she was. So he asked, "Excuse me, young lady, who are you looking for?" She said, "My name is Udeme, and I am Sandra's friend." Adam, hearing Udeme was Sandra's friend, allowed her into his house. Adam asked, "I hope there is no problem." Udeme said no, that there wasn't any issue. "I came here because I like you, and I know you like Sandra, but I am better, and I'm also a good woman, and I can take care of you. I know you asked her to marry you, and she is yet to respond, but I'm willing and ready to marry you. If you let me, I can also prove to you that I am a better woman than Sandra would ever be." Adam, in shock and surprised that the woman would be so courageous, I thought he was joking. Adam said, "Maybe your friend Sandra sent you here to check if I would fall for these tricks." Udeme quickly said, "No, nobody sent me, and I'm not here to tarnish my friend's image, but I'm here to tell you what I want. I like you and I want to be your wife. I also made you a very delicious meal. You should try it. I am a great cook, and I am known in the entire village because I cook very well." Adam was surprised. Then Adam accepted to try the meal. Adam ate the meal, and then Adam enjoyed it. Apart from Udeme being a good cook, Udeme was also a very good company. Adam started to enjoy her company. This continued until Adam began to fall in love with Udeme. Soon Adam forgot about Sandra. Sandra started to notice that Adam doesn't check on her anymore. So one day she decided to pay him a visit. On this fateful day, Sandra arrived at Udeme's house. Adam knocked on Udeme's door and said, "Udeme, my friend, I haven't been seeing you in a while. I hope you are fine. Where have you been going to?" Udeme said she has been busy helping her mom at the store, so she had not had time to visit them. Sandra said it was fine, that she just wanted to check up on her. The same day, Sandra went to Udeme's house later that evening. Udeme was not at home. Sandra knew something was up, but she couldn't put her hands to what the issue was. So Sandra decided to let it go, knowing that she cannot force her friend to be available for them. The next day, Sandra went to visit Adam. In shock when she got there, she was surprised to see Udeme and Hannah at Adam's house. In shock, she said, "What are you girls doing here?" Hannah said Udeme invited her to meet her man, that's why she was there. Sandra, what Sandra was doing there? Sandra said, "Adam is the man I have been telling you guys about." Hannah said, "I had no idea this is the man you're talking about, as you had never shown him to me or Udeme." Udeme laughed out loud and said, "You weren't ready. You were unsure about him, so I gave him a try. Now he is mine. You should go find someone else." Adam, who was outside buying something, came back home a few minutes later and saw Sandra and felt guilty about it. He tried to explain to her, but she angrily left. On her way home, she thought of so many reasons why her friends would choose to betray her like that, and the reason why Adam would switch from her to her other friend, but she couldn't find an answer. Sandra went home. Sandra cried, and she thought about it for days. She told her mom about it. Her mom said, "If Adam was yours, he wouldn't. But who am I to decide what a man wants? If he is yours, he would come back. But until then, dust yourself and become a better woman." She said, "Okay, no problem, Mom," as there was little or nothing she could do about it. A few nights before Adam left, Adam was worried. Adam knew he still had feelings for Sandra. But then, Udeme made him feel very happy and comfortable. But he had not spent as much time as he had spent with Udeme with Sandra, so he could not tell. He said, "Udeme is a good cook, and she's also very beautiful. But Sandra, when she sings, she melts my heart, and I feel at home when I'm with her. She is very intelligent. Sandra has so many qualities of a good wife, but I don't know if she cooks well, because I have never tried anything she cooks. But I am a wealthy man, and if she doesn't cook well, I can always make a meal for the both of us. Or better still, employ people to do it. But I have to find out which of this woman I would end up with." So one day, he decided to invite the poor ladies over to his house. First of all, he went to meet with them. He said that he wanted her to come visit him the next day, and if she was free, he would be happy. She accepted that she was going. He left her house and went straight to Sandra's place. On getting to Sandra's house, he said to Sandra, "Please, I would like to meet you the next day. If you're free, please, I am sorry, I know I have offended you, but I need to speak to you as I'll be leaving the country, as I'll be leaving the village very soon." He said, "Okay, no problem." She agreed, and then he left. Adam again apologized to her because he knew that he had done so much to offend her. Day broke, and it was time for the ladies to visit him. Udeme arrived first, and then. But Udeme had no idea that Sandra was also being invited. After a few minutes, Sandra also arrived. Sandra arriving and seeing Udeme was furious and said, "What is she doing here?" Adam said, "Relax. I have so many things to say to you, and I don't want you people fighting. I have but a few days to spend in Turkey. I just want you ladies to relax because I have to pick a bride and head home." Demi hurriedly said, "If you have to pick a bride, why invite Sandra? Haven't I been with you the longest of time?" Adam said that she's correct, but he needs to be sure of his choice as he likes the both of them. Adam told Sandra, "I still am very sorry about the things I have done to you, but please, hear me out." Sandra said, "If you have a question to ask, please ask, so I can get to the house." Adam turned to Demi and said, "Why would you want to marry me?" Demi said, "I'm marrying you because I obviously love you. That's why. What other reason would you want?" He turned to Sandra and asked, "Sandra, I am still very sorry I betrayed your trust. I bet if I didn't, we won't be here. But I have a question for you, if you don't mind." He said, "Please, Sandra, if you were asked to marry me despite everything that had happened, what would your response be?" Adam said, "Only a man knows where his heart is." Sandra looked at him and said, "If you know this, you shouldn't be asking me this question, because I can't tell you who you should marry and why you should marry. But you should choose peace over everything, and whoever makes you happy the most should be who you should end up with. I won't tell you anything more than this. Take your time and pick whoever you want. I am okay with your decision." Adam looked at her and smiled. Udeme said, "Well, it's okay. Whatever you decide to do, I don't have a problem with. It's your choice." Adam looked at her and said, "Are you sure?" Said he's sure. Then Adam told the both of them, said, "Udeme, you're a beautiful woman, and any man would love to spend the rest of his life with you. You would make any man happy, and you are blessed with good cooking skills. But I would rather spend the rest of my life with Sandra, if she would agree to be my wife." He turned to Sandra and said, "Dear Sandra, please forgive me for hurting you, but would you reconsider being my bride?" Udeme said, "Before you answer that question, well, I knew you would pick her, but I just wanted to see the reason why Sandra was saying so much about you. It's fine if you decide to pick her and not me. I don't have a problem with it. The both of you are good for each other, because I don't really care." Udeme angrily left Adam's house without any remorse. Adam turned to Sandra and said, "Please forgive me. I have failed you and I betrayed the trust you have for me. I know I am asking for too much, but if you don't mind, please reconsider and be my bride. I will never repeat this again." Sandra stood for a while. She thought about the decision. But Sandra was so much in love. And she said, "I've loved you from the first day I set my eyes on you. It is normal for us to make mistakes. Yes, I will be your bride." Adam was so happy. He didn't even believe that Sandra would accept, as he thought she would be so angry, but she agreed to be his bride. Adam told her, "I will make all preparation as soon as possible. Without wasting time, I will tell everybody, all my kinsmen, we are going to my place to make a feast. I will speak to your parents and you will be my bride officially." Sandra was happy. Demi was happy. Even though she wasn't okay with the plan, Adam said he was going to make every plan and made sure Sandra was never unhappy in it. in her entire life. They promised never to repeat the same mistake as he has done now. Then they agreed. Sandra became Adam's bride and they lived happily ever after. That is the end of today's story. What did you learn from today's story?